Okay, guys, Christians that are all locked up into the home and just go out for business, just for any job interview, or maybe just going to a regular job. You don't see that many people, and you think, oh, the people are nice, and they're just really not so many people that are causing problems, and you see the good ones, and alright. So you think that all the church people are good, or maybe you don't go to church, and you go to your YouTuber friends, and all that good stuff, and you just have all the great people with you. It's all comfortable, but if you go outside of that, and you go to a theme park that is Halloween, and crazy stuff like that, you'll see that there's a whole bunch of lawbreakers, transvestites, and just crazy people like that. I've seen it all. I've seen a theme park filled with frightening monsters, gores and guts, saws and all that. It's like horror movies and all the R-rated stuff, but for kids. Yeah, there was like plastic guts hanging in a container somewhere. Another set of plastic guts being like fantasized, being sawed by a truck machine, and there's a minigun that was the size of a car, like a smart car, probably as heavy, but not really, you know what I mean, right? And that's just the stuff that I saw, and there were like demons and like all the clowns, all the horrible stuff, and they were just evil pumpkin heads and death. And there was that fire. I had not mentioned to the pastor, there was that fire in a pit that was filled with the souls of the damned, which I would say, yes, that's pretty much what it's talking about. And they had skulls with fire coming out of it, and people, oh my gosh, I don't like this. People had marshmallows to enjoy the suffering of the souls in the fire pit. They won't be having marshmallows in hell. No, they won't. So, people are enjoying themselves in the park. People do not know how to follow rules. Kids are brave and bold, and they're just, they don't care. They don't care about you. These people are full of evil. Some of them are nice, but not so many of them are not. I went to a theme park for a job, not to be having fun, but I just, wow. The amount of sin in that park was just filled to the brim. It was just insane what I saw there. Wow. What can I say? Evil's everywhere, but then if you go with a place full of people, then you're going to find evil so easily. It's not even funny. There was people dressed like, well, they're dressed very skimpy. Skimpy enough that the people may have been cold, they don't care, and they love being dressed skimpy, and some of them had pants up to the higher part of the thighs, and some people had dress showing part of their backs and their armpits going down to nearly half the size of their arm, like it was going down to near where the belly was. And they had something like, some people might have even had their belly button showing, and yeah, I would say that they had belly button showing, obviously, and their shirts were all the way up. And there's more details. There were people just breaking the rules of the park. One of them was trying to steal, they were trying to steal prizes of the game because, oh, it's like their birthday. It's like they had the birthday card and, well, birthday pin, and they said, oh, it's my birthday, and they lie about their birthday, they lie all the time and steal. Does that sound like someone that you would hear about? They would murder, steal, and lie? It sounds like Satan, doesn't it? This park was really Satan, and you know it gets worse after a while. And let me tell you something very, very important. That park, I believe, costs like over $60, 65 maybe, per person. And you gotta say, oh well, for what? Rides? That's expensive. But really, what's the deal with a short ride? If you just say, oh, it's a short ride and it's not that expensive, right? Well, you go on a ride just for a short time and then you wait for a long time for a line and you're going on a ride for another short time. I think the thing you only do for a long time is eat and talk and go and see the amusements of the demons and ghouls or something like that, and pumpkin heads and clowns and bears that are eating people and like bloody hands on the bars of cages and cages, yeah. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately it gets worse. I mean, guts. Yeah, I mean, I mentioned guts. You know, there were guts, and there were 3-year-olds seeing guts on display. They don't know what that is, but they see the inside of the body, and they think, oh, that's what the inside of the body looks like, and they're not afraid anymore. Not to mention, that kind of stuff makes them no longer fearful of their surroundings. They're no longer fearful. I know at first they're fearful, but no, they're no longer fearful because, well, they're used to it. And, you know, theme parks didn't used to have that kind of thing. I think it started in the 80s where theme parks, maybe late 70s, when theme parks were like that, and they were just people in costumes and in clowns. But then it got gory in, I don't know, 2000s, 90s. I don't know. They got to the demonic, maybe in the, you know, late 90s, 2000s, I don't know. It really got horrible. I mean, yeah, they used to do witches and all that, but things have gotten worse. And it gets worse. People were dressing up as Jesus, people were being gay, and all that stuff. I mean, back in 2014, I saw a person have like exposed chests, not on clothing, but as a tattoo. The tattoo had exposed chest, and I mean, you can see that, you know? And people steal and lie, and there's also people hurting each other and hating each other. That's murder, you know? And then the worst part of all the people that love this stuff, I mean, that's all people are gathering up and just enjoying this stuff, and they're most likely going to hell. All of them. All of them. Not to mention, I wonder if I'm going to see what it's really like to be in hell. I'm not going to hell, but in the end of my life. But I just want to see it for experience. I've seen AI predicts what hell looks like, and it doesn't paint the perfect picture, but it does paint enough for I don't want to see it. And seeing it forever and ever, it's like horrible, you know? What about the noises of hell? Where people grind their teeth, it sounds like people grinding it to fine powder. And people just grinding it, and there's a lot of that grinding noise. And screaming and wailing and crying bitterly. And all that darkness and all that flame and fire. People screaming in pain and crying and wailing. Do you get my point? That's what that kind of park is sending people to. And I don't want you to spend your money on the park. I want you to I don't know. I don't want to break you to break rules, but maybe I don't know. That park made it guaranteed to have people go to hell because they're not going to be preached to. People are not going to the park to spend their money unless they have enough people, enough money. But that's just for the rich. You know what I mean? Satan made a guarantee, a security guarantee, for these types of parks, for no one to be saved in. Even if they get preached to, there's going to be a lot of violence and kicking out, and it's going to be ugly. I can't tell you where I'm from, but I know I went to a park where there's demons, all kinds of demons, and all kinds of hellish images, and some of it's like zombies and all that, but that's old-fashioned. But you know, some people dress up as demons, and there was one guy dressed up as Jesus, and he was a false Jesus. I don't know. It's like, however, it does get more interesting. All the people that follow these things are going to hell, and all the people that follow false teaching is going to hell. All the people that are going to falsehoods are going to hell, and God is upset about that. It's not like he's at a loss, but he is crying for these people. He's begging these people to come to him and go to heaven, so they can be at his original place and love him, and be in paradise and be forever in joy. Do you understand how bad? Do you know how bad, hell is? I went to a job. I went to a job in that place, and I was like, oh, that's just original stuff. But, well, if I were you, I would not go to a theme park right now, especially in America, especially in the Western world, because it's a waste of money, and it's a waste of your soul. And AJ, or Javon, I hope you see this. Hell, it's really messed up. It is all that kind of pain and beyond. It's worse than you can imagine. It's filled with people up to the brim. Hopefully you don't get to see that. And if you're wondering how to get salvation, how I got salvation, with a believing heart. All you have to have is a little bit of a believing heart that Jesus saved you. All you have to do is basically believe that Jesus got you out of hell 2,000 years ago. He paid the price for all of your sins. If you're wondering, just know that Jesus got rid of your sins by calling him and saying, Jesus, have mercy on me. Jesus, I accept you as my Lord and Savior. If you just believe, then you will be saved forever. And ever and ever and ever. You will not have to worry about hell, because that's past, and that thing's in the past. There's no way you're gonna have to worry about it, because no need to fear. No need to fear, because hell's not part of your life anymore. It's all gone. Heaven is a part of your life now. Preach the word. It's not the works that save you, but preach the word to everyone, that they may be saved. I read up it on, okay?